Pour it with palm. Yeah. Hello, my people. Welcome to another episode of Pour It with Palm. Sorry for the long hiatus. We're back again and we're here to have amazing conversations as always. How on a day? Una don't miss me small. This time we're going to make sure say the break no day so long. Alright, as usual, on Pour It with Palm, we're here to have honest conversations. We're here to create safe spaces where people get to talk about any and everything. And as usual, we're here to pour it. Today, my guest is here with me. I have here on Pour It with Palm, I have a known footballer, someone that when you mention his name in Nigeria, at least almost every household, you get to know the name. He's here, and today we're not just talking football, we're talking other personal things. On the couch with me today is the Nigerian footballer, Mfon Udoh.
Thank you for having me, Pam.
Welcome. First of all, before we go to the conversation, let's pour it. My plan is not to get you drunk.
Oh, no, thank you. I'm not a drunkard anyway.
My plan is to get you to relax and let's talk. Okay. Cheers.
Thank you.
So now, in Nigeria, every time we hear the Mbappe project, people no want to make their children be doctors again, doctors, engineers. Now they hear we want them to be footballers, but it wasn't overnight that it happened. You know, there was a time in Nigeria where when someone wants to be a footballer, what you're going to get from your parents is we're going to lock you inside the house. Let me hear from you. How did your own journey start?
So even before I tell you about my journey, back to what you just said now. So there was a time we were coming back from a trip. I think that was with the Super Eagles.
Okay.
So me and a few of my colleagues, we were highlighting in Abuja. So we saw a few men, and they looked at us. They were like, sorry, what do you guys do? We said we're footballers, and they were like, seriously, footballers? They don't want to turn to his friend and say, you see that my son there? He must play ball.
Exactly.
I started laughing. I remember back in the days,
Exactly.
it wasn't like that. So the football journey started. I think he was graced with passion.
Okay.
So now something where we say we don't do am tete, we like him. Then at the point I noticed that there was money inside. So I started playing and people were giving me money. I said something I love doing and I was being paid for it. You know, passion and the cash. So it was a big boost.
Two things, passion and cash. But as a child, yeah, growing up, you know, and you know, people would want you to say, oh, you go to school, pick a career that is very sure for you. You know, as a doctor, you're sure of your salary every month. Our parents then wanted to, okay, get a civil service job. You know, they wanted that stability. Choosing a path that seemed, because what would talk through, for the everyone Mfon Udoh, what would they see like this, like 1 million day. We been get that same dream, we been start to play, we feel say they go reach this level where they no reach. So picking that particular career at a very young age, deciding to say, because football is something that takes a lot of dedication. So picking that career, how was it? How did your parents react first to your choice?
Like we said earlier, back then, parents always wanted their kids to go to school. So me picking that career, there were a lot of obstacles, a lot of hurdles. I remember going to the field and coming back. I always get beaten. I was not supportive at the time.
Okay.
But as time went on, my parents started hearing a lot of good things about me, you know, good reviews back home. I think that's where the support started.
Okay.
But it wasn't even with both parents. It started with my mom first. Then at the time, my mom backed out. You know,
Why, the injuries?
Not the injuries, no, like at the point she backed out, she wasn't supportive again. My dad started being supportive. So sometimes my dad will come back home and my mom's gonna be like, Enes, that's how he calls up my dad. Enes, food the house. My dad's gonna be like, money no deal. And me, I already told my dad, Daddy, I don't have a boot. So he will come behind and give me money for boots.
Oh, wow.
While there's no food in the house. So you can see how supportive he was. Just because of the good reviews he heard about me. So it was like that.
Okay. All right, so now let's talk being a footballer in Nigeria. You know, a lot of sports people, not just footballers, will come out and say, Omo, when you want to push yourself for inside sports, you go know say you go to push yourself. Unlike, you know, other places in the world where, you know, from when people are young, you have that support system. You might go to an academy, they're in charge of taking care of everything that concerns you, your nutrition, you know. But for Nigeria, until that name don't start the day known small, you're in charge of almost everything, like you said, your kids and all of that. So how was it that, you know, growing up playing football in Nigeria, what kind of support did you get? What kind of support system did you get, since you didn't go through the traditional training and all of that?
Well, the support started, it was self-support first at the initial stage, self-support, and I wouldn't take out some people from this particular glory.
Okay.
A lot of people supported me, they helped me. I wouldn't say they did not, but it started with self-support. We had a lot of difficulties going to the game, coming back, sipping gari, eating beans. Of course, everybody has a story. Trekking long distances to go for training and coming back. We travel out of the state. No shelter, we squat in schools.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was like that. But if it's something you're determined to do, you have to just push it through. So I think it was just it took a lot of discipline, it took a lot of hard work, perseverance, sacrifice. Everything was just included. So.
And you say it's worth it?
No,
yeah?
we say no, this one no agree.
You don't say they water.
Yeah.
It's worth it, yeah.
Of course, it's paying.
But now, in retrospect, because you know, say life they change. Our parents' time they were like doctors, engineers, lawyers. Now we're having Mbappe projects, Serena Williams projects,
project.
You know, people are now
Udoh,
thinking
yeah.
sports, entertainment. But you haven't gone through the journey yourself. Is this something that you know you want your kids to do?
Honestly, I have 2 kids right now, and one of them must play football. Must. Like even if he doesn't choose it, I'll choose it for him or her.
For real?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think it's something I really want them to do. It's different when you do something for fun and you're being paid for it. So I think it's a good thing.
That's doing something you enjoy.
You enjoy doing it. It's your passion and you are enjoying it. So when I go to the field to play, I don't only go to the field because I know I'm being paid. I go to enjoy. And at the end of the month, paycheck.
Some of those amounts if person they hear, you know, sometimes you hear, you see somebody's collecting £50,000 a week.
That's the Mbappe project now. All the projects they're the same.
People work for 35 years and they don't get to see that kind of amount.
Even with pension.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Now, speaking about that money, because that's something that people always talk about, footballers and their lifestyle. Footballers and, you know, them getting money in their hands, huge amounts of money.
Okay.
And, you know, prior to this time, some of the field manager and some they say as person will get so much before, you know, they lose everything, you know, lack of knowing how to manage their money and all. So let's talk footballers, money in general.
Well, this is where I see life generally. I don't know if it might differ from other people. I always say, for me, yes, savings is good. But when you have money, for me, I'm not talking about other people. You might choose to say it the way you want to say it, or you might choose to do it the way you want to do it. For me, I just say, use your cash, spend your cash, enjoy your money.
What of next of kin?
You could keep something for them, yeah, because you brought them here, so you could keep something for next of kin. But for me, a footballer recently just died. He had all the money he had. Let's assume he didn't enjoy the money. Next of kin. So I always say, tomorrow is not guaranteed. Even the next minute might be your last. So enjoy your money while even saying savings. Yeah, is good for tomorrow, but when tomorrow is not even guaranteed, so what are we doing?
But is there something that has informed that thoughts? Like, you know, why
life itself?
generally?
Yeah, because you see a lot of things. Somebody stays in his house. He didn't even go out. Accident happened on the way. A car drove inside his house, hit him or her. The person died. So what are we saying?
This is way they talk now. When small money enter my hand,
No be small money enter.
So generally, just enjoy your life, enjoy your money, save a little, but make sure you enjoy
every
money.
Let every moment count. But most importantly, just keep a legacy.
Okay.
Something people will remember you for. A good thing, good legacy.
So, can I ask, what are some of the things that you are doing to say, okay, when they call that name Mfon Udoh in another 20 years, 30 years, 50 years, in short, 100 years, when we are no longer here again, what's something you want to be remembered for?
Well, for my craft anyway. So let them say, oh, Mfon Udoh. So there's something about keeping records. So I have a record in Nigeria, and Of course, records are meant to be broken, and they will be broken. But the first person that set the record, you can never change.
Of course.
Fine. So at least they remember me for that legacy. They will say, "Oh, I'm doing a lot of good things anyway, but I do things off the camera."
Okay.
So I'm not just gonna go to the street and do a thing and put the camera on it. So I do a lot of hidden things. The people that know or benefit from it, they know already. So I want to be remembered for the good things I've done. And like I said earlier, when I said enjoy every moment, no matter how much you have, and you cannot influence other people's life. For me, I think you live a failed life. You might have the one that is filled in this house, and other people are not partaking. You have 20 rooms in your house, and you sleep in just one. And there are a lot of people outside there without houses. Of what impact are you to them? Nothing. So, for me, I think it doesn't make sense. So, those are the kind of things I want to impact in people. Just that I don't have the capacity to that extent, but in the little capacity that I have, I try to influence a lot of people's lives.
But there are people that are of the school of thought that the reason why they try to let people know what they are doing is because it encourages others to do the same thing.
You don't need to encourage anybody to do good. They say, even in the Bible, they say, he that knows how to do good, let him do it. Just do it. You don't need someone to tell you to do good. So if you see somebody on the street begging, if your heart leads you to give, just give. You don't need someone to put it on the camera for you to give.
To encourage you to
So
give.
you just that's the script. It's just like a movie. So you can watch a movie and you cry. Then later you say, oh, that was a movie. So you need to be led like deep inside.
Okay. So this being a footballer thing, most times I feel like when people talk about it, we just hear the glamour, the money. You see them traveling to different countries, meeting different people. But there's nothing in this life that is always as straightforward as that. I feel like for every career that you choose, there are certain times that things will get so difficult that you even start to question your choice of that career. What are some of the experiences that you've gone through being a player, not just a player that played in Nigeria and a player that played internationally? What are some of the things that you've gone through that you say, okay, in trying to guide someone that's going to have a career like yours, you tell them avoid this or do things in different ways?
Well, everybody always wants to hear the glory story. Yeah. Nobody wants to know the hard parts of it. So there have been times that I felt like quitting. You meet a lot of disappointments along the line. So let me run it back a little bit to, was that 2000? I can't remember. I can't be precise, but it was in 2000s. Yeah. So there was a talent hunt, and I went there. I think I was one of the last sets that played. So it was a scouting program. So it was white people. I think it was Coca-Cola, and I was picked. So they picked I think about 5 players in the whole Cross River State, because the center was Calabar. I was picked. I was amongst the 5 people. So the next phase, because it was all through Nigeria, so they have in every state, then they will zone it. So the next zone was in Port Harcourt. So there was a coach that was in charge of the scouting in Calabar. He was collaborating with the white guys. So I was picked. The white guys, they don't know my face, but they say, oh, we like that player. Coach, take down his name and his contact. Do you know what the coach did?
What, God?
He replaced me with his own player.
Wow.
So they went to Port Harcourt. So when they went to Port Harcourt, they did the face, did the second face. So sometimes it's always good to be unique. So when you're pregnant as a woman, or when your wife is pregnant as a man, you pray for the child to be unique. So I had these round legs. So when the white man washed in Port Harcourt, he said there was a guy in Calabar. He had a round leg. We can't find him. And I'm like, wow, God works like that. So the man called me. He said, please, can you come to Port Harcourt? I have never traveled alone in my entire life then. So I spoke to my mom. My mom said, no, don't go. What we're talking about, this was like 7 p.m.
And they wanted you to come that same day? They
said, can I get to Port Harcourt that night so I can screen the next day in the morning? My mom said, don't go. My dad said, go. So it was a lot of chaos at home. To make it short, I found my way to Port Harcourt. I slept in Udoh, went to Port Harcourt. Before I got to Port Harcourt, the screening was already done. I was frustrated. I didn't even have transport to come back. I had to call my parents back. They sent someone. They used to have glow card then, 1,005.
Sent to you to sell.
Yeah, I sold it. 1,003, I'll be 1,002 thereabouts. That's how I came back. There were a lot of frustrations. That is just one of many. And I just thought I need to quit. I have a lot of my colleagues that have quitted, but when you say what can we tell them to do or what not to do, first of all, you have to be tough, mentally and physically, because you see a lot of challenges that will make you feel nah. And it will even make you start doubting yourself. Am I not good enough? But I used to have this belief that I am good enough. I won't even mention names, but I will say I'm better than this person, I'm better than this, because I know what I have inside of me. So I stood firm. Even if it has not paid off the way I would have wanted it to, but I'm not where I used to be. At least I'm a step further. So you need to be tough.
Okay, now let's talk about international plays, and we hear of African players especially having to deal with racism, not just with the fans, sometimes even within your own club, your own teammates. Did you experience anything like that?
So when I was in America, I experienced a lot of things, and that was when COVID started. If you can remember when they killed one black guy, Floyd.
Yeah.
Yes.
George Floyd, yeah.
So there was a lot of racism. Even I have colleagues that I've never had to sit down with them to chat. Colleagues, teammates.
Wow.
Like throughout my stay in the whole US, we never sat down to talk. Like, hey, the highest thing we do is in the morning, or we normally train in the mornings. Hey, good morning. That was that. So you see, but for me, I didn't take that as being racism. That was racism anyway, because they don't talk to me, but they talk to other guys. But I just took it like being professional. You come to work, you work, and you go home. Your colleagues are not your friends. Exactly. So, but I saw a lot of that in Bangladesh. I see that a lot, but I will not say they're not exposed, but I saw a lot of it. So we can play games now, and in that game I'm the man of the match. Award is given to me, man of the match. I snap with the officials, and I'm walking off. Nobody's telling me, hey, you're doing well. Yeah. But they're going to the Brazilians, hey, Robson. So I just knew that this is pure. They don't like our skin color.
But how does it feel though? Like, how does it feel to be in that moment?
That's where mental toughness has to come in. You have to be tough. So you overlook those kind of things, and this is not what brought you. You came to work, earn your pay, go home, feed the house. So for me, I don't even see it like anything.
So fine, everyone wants to say mental toughness. They are paying me, what's my business? But last, everybody in a human being. There are times you still sit down and be like, why can't people that I'm playing for the same team, who have the same goal? Why is it that way? How do when it gets you down? This is everybody talk about mental health.
See, it's different playing in Nigeria and playing abroad. So this thing you're talking about, I've experienced it like countless times. So we travel, like in my team, the last team I played, or two teams before this one. So everybody, all the foreign players have cars. So there was the day they came, they told me, they said, Udoh, please, we need to use your car to go somewhere.
Okay.
So please, you can't use your car to training. So you have to join somebody else's car, or you join the bus. So I looked around, I said, why is it Udoh? Only black guy. You can't try with this with the Brazilians. They will scream, they will yell. So they feel like these are the top guys in the team. I smiled. I wanted to question them. I smiled. But it gets to a point that when you get to your truth, you have to just air it out, so they know that you are pained. But for me, I look beyond that. I didn't go there for cars.
True.
Right? I didn't go there for all the trade. The only treasure I went there for was my cash. So most of the times when I see this ill treatment, I'll just let it go. So go back again. I think my mental toughness has gone beyond that. A lot of players might not be able to cope with that. So you see them, they quarrel, and it affects your game. So for anything that wants to affect my game, I try to just run away from it. Because at the end of the day, nobody will say, oh, it's because they took his car.
All they know is whether or not you scored or you did not score.
Exactly. So that's what I do.
Okay. Now let's talk about injuries. something that, you know, people going into sports, sometimes you never want to talk about it. Nigeria will say, God forbid. When you tell person, say, oh, you need insurance for this and this, they tell you, say, God forbid, it's not my portion. But there are certain things that if you're in certain fields, they tend to come up. And injuries is one of it for sports players, footballers like yourself. Sometimes when I'm watching a game, I'm not a football head, but once in a while you sit with friends, you watch a game and you see someone fall, some kind of fall like this, you're gonna say something don't break for that particular person. And I wonder, how do these guys do this? Like the pain of breaking a bone, and you're not just trying to heal and say, I'm never doing this again. You're trying to heal to go and do that same thing again. How do you guys even deal with that? How did you deal with that? Because I know there was a time where you broke your leg for a bit, and it was at a very important time in your career. How did you get through that?
So you get within the top for pigeon. They say football sweet. In injury and spoiler. So injury is part of the game. It's something you cannot run away from. So I always pray for footballers. Stay injury free. But it's only God that protects anyway.
Sure.
So there was a time in my career I had a very serious injury. Just because of the cameras, I'm not going to say the name because they're still going to use it against me sometime later. But I had a very serious injury.
Okay.
It was tough, staying outside, watching your colleagues play. And for me, like I said before, football is passion. I'm not just playing because of the money. It's something I love to do. So even in holidays like this, I still go to play.
They rest.
Yesterday I played. Was I paid? No. It's for the passion. It's for the fun. So you stay outside, you watch your colleagues play, and you want to play, but you can't play. So when I had the injury, for me, I think going to watch my colleagues train, because I was always in practice every day, I think it was like a kind of motivational factor for me. Watching them play, I wished I could play, but I couldn't play. I was supporting them. I was doing my therapy, doing everything the doctor said. It took quite a long time, but I did everything they asked me to do. I was persistent, I was consistent, and I scaled through. So injury is one of the things that I don't wish for any player because it's very difficult to come through.
When you guys have injuries like that, they get people to talk to, maybe like therapists or people that help you get through that tough period, or it's all on you?
It depends on your psychic. If you're overreacting, then you need to talk to you need to talk to someone that can help you.
Okay.
Yeah, but you just need to see your physiotherapist. Do what the doctor says. Eat what they say you should eat. Just adhere to instructions, and they'll give you a stipulated time, probably let's say 3 to 5 months. And if you do everything right, by that period, you should be okay.
Okay. Now, you've talked about mental toughness a lot. I want to ask, where does it come from? Like, what got you to that point where you're able to bounce things off your back and so I just need to focus and do this? Was it family? Is it religion? How did you develop that mental toughness?
I think that one it comes from where I came from. So looking back on where I came from, I'm like, I've gone too far. Just to put everything in the trash.
I can never go back.
No, that's not true now.
It won't make sense.
So I said, no, it don't make sense. I said, nah, I've gone this far, I can't go back. So going back to when we were sipping Gary, staying in 2 rooms, 7 kids. 7. And the 2 rooms, as if we were sharing the rooms. So 2 rooms was just for my dad and my mom. The 1 room was for my dad and my mom. So
the children.
Yes, exactly. So you see, when I go back, I'm like, no. I see a lot of players driving luxurious cars, mansion, good vacation. I say, then I could be like this. So the only thing that we lacked was just the opportunity. Not as if we were not able to play. So I seen a lot of players that are back home right now. They were a bunch of good talents. Probably their mental toughness was not, like they could not just resist the disappointments and all. So they backed out.
Because it takes a toll.
Yeah.
It takes a toll on anybody.
Mental toughness for me was just something that I learned on my own. It's something that I was willing to do. So it depends on individual.
So now, one thing we say we'd always hear for African sports, Nigerian sports. Me, I don't know. I hear them. I don't know whether I believe them. So make I ask you, maybe say you day inside the team, whether you don't hear something like that. You know, when they talk about juju, that's jazz. Say jazz for inside football. You don't experience anything like that?
I don't be sad. I don't experience them, but I don't see them.
So he did.
Undisputed. Just did now.
Just will be say if player they score goal, goalkeeper go they see lie on head. I be how.
If you be also, you know, the spiritual controls the physical. But for me, I don't believe those things work. But they do it. I've seen it physically. I've seen my colleague who go play match. Now home base, Nigeria, home base. We enter field. The guy carrying boot. He post speed. Doing incantation. Do. He gets some of them where say if you want go match, as the one don't line up, move go outside for the match. He must enter bathroom, carry some things, handkerchief. Then I get another colleague who saying that my roommate, he go inside room naked. He go naked. And you know the funniest thing about all this stuff, they use the name of the Lord to do it. You go keep Bible, put all in boots, carry the Bible, cover them, they naked. Who talks saying that they naked and go answer your prayer?
But that one are jazz.
Eh?
If you put your boots inside Bible, come naked, they pray. Now jazz.
Come naked, they pray.
Now the way God
carry handkerchief, do all those things. Well, I just believe that if you pray to God, you should answer. So you don't need all those extra. For me, I think those things are incantations. Yeah, so it's not of God.
Okay.
Yeah.
But do we see things like, okay, there's one thing you say you want me you play well, you want make maybe scouters see you want make, and there's another thing of saying you want to make your mates injure. You want to make.
They do it now. So some people just say, "Ah man, this guy is playing more than me." They just get injured. I used to say it now. Back then, okay, so let me give you a story. I was going to go to Yimba. I was in Aqua United. That was I was in Aqua United 2012, 2013. So in 2014, I had an offer to go to Enyimba.
Okay.
A lot of people were calling me, Udoh, I beg no go Enyimba. Enyimba till you do juju. Enyimba till you do juju. Because then Enyimba was very hot. You see a lot of big players, scary players. A whole lot of things was going on. We heard a lot of stories about Enyimba. They were like, don't go to Enyimba, juju there. Even my coach back then called me, said, Udoh, I heard you in Aba. I said, yes, sir. He said, but I told you, you can go to any team in Nigeria, don't go to Enyimba. I said, Daddy, why? I used to call him Daddy. I said, Daddy, why? He said, no, you cannot survive there. I said, why? He said, a lot of things I cannot say. I said, sir, what? Is it because of the play? If it's because of the play, you don't believe in me? He said, I believe in you. I said, then I can do it. What else? He said, those guys. I said, Daddy, don't worry. What is in me is greater than what is in all of them. I went there. Of course, I succeeded. That was the year I set the record, broke in New Orleans. So all those things, it happens.
Record for the people they say no.
Yeah, they go no sha. We still become that one. So those things they happen. I see players, they say no, this guy he plays more than me. They just go there, make something out, and you're injured. And there's the way they do it. You get injured and you can't recover. So it's gonna be a little thing that will last a long time.
Jesus.
So why they utilize it? And the funniest thing is that anything that is not of God doesn't last. So you can still be there and you cannot utilize that opportunity that you have created for yourself because you created it. God didn't create it. But you will not say those things they happen, they exist. Like somebody said, he said they put something for goal post, people know they score. They do them. They do it a lot. I've seen it. So sometimes for me I feel it's psychology. So when you say, oh, they don't do juju, I know if he score goal.
You know confidence.
You know if he score, they go say, oh, that juju don't work. So I had a coach. He said, okay, we're going to go to the field, see what we're going to do. Order in the water. He said, it should not be as if I'm the one that brought the water. Hey, bring one water. As we entering the field, Oga carry that water, pour for gram. They pour. Go there, go post, pour. It's psychology. So now the opponent will say, oh, they don't do juju. So now when you start playing and you cannot score, they say, oh, it was that water that they poured. So for me, I think it's psychology.
Okay.
But you cannot rule it away. Of course, Judy for normal life. So of course for football, he also did. Yeah, he did.
But how does that affect? Because football is something we say a team game. So you need to depend on person. You need to trust the other player. How does it affect that dynamic and relationship within a team? If this one they suspect, say this one they do juju, I don't know what team plans be for me. How does it affect the game?
It does. In a particular team that somebody is suspecting that this one is juju for me, it brings a lot of chaos. A lot of chaos. So I've been with a player that said, every time facing only Indy, he said, no worry, I must leave Nigeria before you. In the same team, you know. a whole lot of things. So it brings a lot of chaos in the team. Everybody's minding their own business. Everybody's suspecting everybody. Before a team that has that kind of problem, the team does not grow.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Now let's take it to our national team. Even players we don't blow. Even the ones who start internationally.
Before you talk that Nigerian team something, man, I tell you, say one player don't call me before. Say, bros, come. I won't carry go somewhere. I said, where won't go? He said, no, I won't carry go somewhere. We go blow. I said, you be we. He said, no, we go blow. I said, what did they do for them? He said, no, be juju. And when someone else say, no, be juju.
It means a small juju there inside.
Sister, run. I said, okay. Now, like church. He said, nah, no, we'll just go. I said, okay. So I won't claim my curiosity. I said, yeah, they go. We went there. So we got there. We saw people sitting, like a lot of people sitting. They were just gisting. And I saw this guy, he was drinking Campari. So because of the Campari he was drinking, I gave him Campari Prophet. I didn't know that was the guy. He was drinking Campari and he was saying a lot of mean things.
Like
mean things that I want to say on TV or on camera.
Just say like
mean
one,
things like he was talking about girls and stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay.
So, and at the end of the day, they were like, this is the guy I want to see. I said, okay. Well,
No
it could be.
judgment.
I don't want to judge the book by just the cover. I just saw, okay, we sit down. He said, I've been on our way to. I did something somewhere for backyard. So when we went to the backyard, I saw candles lining up like this. I immediately just took my phone out from my pocket. I said, hello, mommy. Where are you? Oh, at the park. I'm coming. I ran away.
Wow.
But guess what? That guy's in Europe now.
He is.
He's doing well.
Do you regret it?
Regret what?
Like whether you for just
Do you know the funniest thing about all this stuff? Peace of mind. So I might not have everything, but I'm not hungry. I have peace of mind. They might have everything, but you don't know what they're going through. Anything that comes from God lasts. So, but me, I just pray it's of God anyway, because I know He went there, and what I saw was not of God.
so beyond your talents, beyond training, beyond everything. Some people go see you small things to
And
support
the
them.
same way, seeing God. So they saying that they are going God with that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So now speaking of the teams and people wanting to play at the national level, even for people who be saying no even go for Nigeria, they play ball abroad, they go say at some point they want to come and play for our national team. There's a certain pride that comes from playing for the national team.
Yeah.
And over the years, they hear some kind of small talk. People say no be just talent. So some people don't they will come like say they be demigods. There are people that will tell you, do you want me to put in the national team? Do you want me to end your career? You never play in the national team, like things like that. If you say coaches, they come and tell people like that. Now something things like that really.
Well, I don't know about national team, but I know about our domestic league. For national team, at least, I feel say I don't play, even as an home-based player. Playing with the likes of the Mikel, we come from Chelsea, the Modioni Gallo back then that was in Watford and the rest of them. So I don't play with those ones. And at the time, the coach that was there was Stephen Keshi. He was very fair to the home-based players. So I can't say for the national team, but if you see for this Nigerian league where they play, this one I feel. I look where camera they say. I look camera tell and say, these guys they collect. Then they collect.
So they collect money to determine who go
Most
play?
of them, no be say they go first collect your money, say no worry, we go put you, we'll carry you come the team. Some go collect it, say no, you no go play match. If you no give me, you no go play match.
Wow.
Yeah, it ain't there now. Plenty, I know them well now.
So for a footballer, how do you even deal with something like that?
So me, I always say I know how to play. So if you don't put me, it's your loss. So how will I pay you for what I know how to do? So who is helping who? You're helping me to feel me in the team. I'm also helping you to do your job for you. So being a coach is like a player translating what you want. So you've seen a player that can translate French for you and you cannot understand French. And you keep me outside, go kind of person where they understand Spanish, we don't understand French. Who are you doing? You're doing yourself. So for me, I feel helping you to translate what you want is what you should even tell me thank you. You should be grateful for me. And now you're telling me I should come and pay you to still translate what you want for you. Who is supposed to pay you? So I used to have a coach in him, but then he's the one that used to give me money because he knows what I can do for him. So most of these guys, I think they're just young guys, money mongers, looking for cash.
So at the detriment of your own team,
They
play.
don't care. They drain these players, especially those young players that are just coming to limelight. So now me go make you, I go break you. Okay, how much your salary? 300,000 for every month. You give me 100. If you don't give me, no worry. Small time they will sack you.
Wow.
You did. There's plenty now.
So for young players, like what can they do? at that point? Because you're starting up, you're trying to get the fame. What do you do?
I will still tell you it's individual difference. You have to just follow your intuition, follow your heart. That's where I say strong mentality. It's either you're for them or you're against them. Okay, so you have to just do you, because what works for me might not work for you. Exactly.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
The Nigerian factor sometimes. But do you think this thing is limited to Nigeria or even happens abroad?
It happens abroad too.
Happens abroad.
So it's only, let's not just spend Nigeria black. It happens abroad too.
But abroad, I feel like most times the team gets to deal with your agent. They don't deal with you directly per se. So how they want to say may they take part of your salary?
Shey that you did it now. Sometimes they might even deal with your agent, and your agent might succumb because he knows the kind of player that you are, and your agent might not succumb because he also knows what you have to bring to the table. And for me, I think they look at the players. They know this one. You know too. They help us like that.
Okay.
So me give us money now. You cannot go and tell let's use Victor Osimhen for example. You go to Victor Osimhen and say give me money, I put it for team. You know he's the one helping you. Exactly. So there are players that are in that same team that are not playing. They can just say, say that Victor Osimhen they play. They play. So we won't send you on loan or transfer. Oh yeah, you're gonna give us small team. So those are the kind of players we attack.
Wow.
Yeah, and those players will gladly give because they know they don't have anything to offer. So it's like they are helping him.
That's crazy. Okay, so now let's talk about journalists, because for footballers, a very important part of waiting they happen at PR. People say you be good player, but if the reports where they come now always say you they rude, they say they play out. Journalists go, so this particular person they difficult to deal with. All the headlines they always carry say you they rude. At a point when the beat say maybe one team won't buy you or things like that. If they get encounters one that they get with Nigerian journalists, where go they like say they come on at an angle where we say you need to settle them. The way we'll talk about the coaches as well.
So let me give you a backstory about what happened to me with the journalists. It just reminds me. So there was a time I traveled to Sudan. I had a deal to go and sign. So in the flight, it's always cold. So I wore like a sleeves. Then I had my jacket on in the flight. So when I got to Sudan, of course everyone knows Sudan for being hot.
Very hot.
It was very hot. So I pulled it out. Then I think I tied it on my waist. The team received me. There was a shot, a photo. So one Nigerian journalist saw it. He put it on the blog there. When we tell these Nigerian players, get PR, we'll tell them, listen, this is get a manager. They win here. Now look at how Mfon traveled with a singlet. And what made me so happy was during that same time, I think 3 days before or 3 days after, David Lewis traveled to PSG from Chelsea. He was with a singlet. And he said everybody was just like, David Lewis, always very simple, he doesn't want to, a lot of things like that. And I remembered that there was something that happened between me and the same journalist about interviews. So he called my captain back then, Udoh, of blessed memory, may so rest in peace. So he called him. He wanted to have an interview with him. But before that time, something happened. I wasn't playing the game. I was outside. So they were watching the game. It was Enyimba against Kano Pillars. We played in Port Harcourt. So that was our home ground. So the game ended 1-1. So Kano Pillars equalized at almost the end of the game. So the guy was with another journalist. He was like, made a draw. Every time they do like saying only them elephant my foot. He didn't know I was behind him. So I was like, really? He now turned. He was like, he buried his face. So when my captain came out, they didn't know I was still around. They were like, hey, please, interview. I saw a guy, if you grant it for the interview, he was like, no. I say, enter motor. I dragged my captain and put inside it. He was like, no, I say, enter. Because these are big, they were big journalists. I said, no, enter. And I told him that this is what they said behind the scene. The guy was like, for what? He wanted to go confront me. I said, no worry, enter motor. So they grabbed the interview. So most of those guys like that. Some of them, they would make an interview with you, expecting to just give them something.
Drop something.
For crying out, you're doing your job. I give you exclusive. You make your news. It's you. So why do you want me to give you something?
Should be.
Who's supposed to give who? Probably you're supposed to give me because I gave you the interview. So most of these guys, they do a whole lot.
How do you deal with them though?
Like I said again,
Mental.
for me, it's personal. I deal with them the way I have to deal with them. I don't reserve my words. I tell you the way it hits. So I nailed the nail at the head.
But do you feel like you suffered some backlash in the course of your career because of this your approach?
A lot. So if something goes south on my path, they hit me. Like they hit me like for me. I'll just go there. When I see one, I see two, shut down. I don't even go to the internet. That's all they will do. So I don't even respond. I don't do anything. I just give them deaf ears. But they do a whole lot of bad things.
Bad things?
Yeah, a lot of bad things.
Wow, okay. Now let's talk about footballers and relationships. Footballers and baddies. First of all, footballers and beauty queens and wanting to marry. Let me ask that myth first, Seth. Is it true that footballers, when they want to marry, they go to the TV and they're looking at beauty queen and they select from the TV? Is it true?
Is it? I wasn't looking for beauty queens anyway. Me, I'm married, so.
No, but have you heard of footballers that?
Yeah, footballers they like flashy things. But flashy things does not have anything to do with marriage. So when you marry for beauty, of course, you should know what happens. So beauty is not character, beauty is not attitude. So when you marry for beauty fades. With age, it fades. So
about the substance of the person.
Exactly. So when you marry for those kind of reasons, I think for me you have made one mistake, and that's why you see a lot of divorces. You see a lot of whole things. So when they're tired, when they see the real person they got married to, things go south.
But do you feel like, as a superstar, as someone that's into entertainment or football or anyone that is really exposed, and you have a certain amount of money, you tend to feel like, if you go out with like a normal regular person, you start to feel like, maybe there's a gold digger mentality. You feel like you need to protect yourself and be with people that are on the same maybe financial state with you, or the same level of exposure with you.
A lot of footballers do that. They always want to hang out with people that maintain the same financial status with them. But for me, I roll with my homies because these are the guys that knew me from day one. So most of the guys I met along the line are just guys that I met. They just know me because of where I am, not because of who I was. Because if they met that person that I was back then, they will not roll with me. So why would I want to roll with you that much when you would not have rolled with me
before? Yeah,
exactly. So I roll with my guys.
But relationship wise, like now you're married, but at the point where you were dating, what was it like being in that spotlight and having these things we see in movies?
I wasn't dating.
You weren't dating? Wow.
I was just here and there.
Oh wow, okay. Well, here and there.
Proudly, yeah.
But it's
sometimes they eat plenty. They are just like don't stick too much to a goosey, eat afan,
add small meat from stew.
Exactly. But more not every time good meat. Yeah.
But now, committed relationship, what was that like? Still being a footballer that travels, having a family now. What was it like?
I'm married, so I'm already taken.
Forever and a day more.
Exactly. So I'm just trying to live responsibly.
Okay. All right. So now, what's happening with you, football wise and generally?
Well, I'm still playing. Right now, I apply my trade with a Bangladesh outfit. Though I'm done with this particular team, so I'm waiting for the next contract. My contract has expired with them, so I'm waiting for the next contract, which will still come. I'm discussing with a few teams, but the pay is not mouth-watering. So for me, it seems like, or it sounds like peanuts. But I'm still waiting for something tangible, which will still come. And I'm also planning life after football. Still thinking of routes to follow. I don't want to say it on this. No, I won't say it. I won't say it. No, I'm not going to say it because it's something that I've kept for a very long time. I did not even post pictures, but I still want to be in the football circles because this has been my passion from day one. So I still want to be in the circles, either as a coach, either as an agent. Okay, but let me just say that I started my coaching course.
Oh, really?
I'm done with one of my courses.
Congratulations.
I'm still going, thank you. So I'm still going so before I finally drop my boot, I should be able to coach like Super Eagles.
Oh, okay.
So right now, I can coach Aqua United.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't want to.
But that would be interesting to see because most times I feel like they say
no, I have the qualification.
Footballers make better coaches.
To do that. Yeah. No, not all footballers anyway. You might be a good footballer and be a bad coach. You might be a bad player and be a good coach. You can still be a good player and still be a good coach. It depends. Yeah.
Okay. So now say for the football game, like Egbon, you don't you don't do all the things we there for a person to do. Like you've played at the local level, played at the international level, and for football, They say if person play reach 40, 41, 42, you don't even stretch where we say from your 30s, you don't talk about retirement. From your experience and how your career don't go, before we talk about it, you could tell the younger ones. You get something where we say that they always talk about for African football, and we always hear about at some point we need to reduce your age small based on how our body be when you go. Before all this testing they do like that. Did you experience anything like that where people they advise you say, oh, don't put your real age or don't do this so that you can play for a longer time?
Yeah, that one been there now. Say normally because we dey unfortunate say we come from this part of the world. So we know today exposed. So before this kind of exposure will come, you don't clock that kind 25. So the thing say football na game of age. So before you go don't reach 30, now only 5 years you don't get for your career. So you go just go cut down of course you must bring it down. So we Africans we don't. Me I no do am.
Why you no do am?
I no do am. Maybe at the time when I do my passport, the person who want carry me travel ask me say how old you be? I say I be 18. He say it makes sense now. 18 will be fine.
Okay. Which was your age at that time?
At the time. So I just made my own like that. But a lot of people still they argue because just listen and waiting African Nigerian players they do. But I see with time they could see they understand because they could like this guy you see they play, you see they run. Because I'm a very fast player. So your speed start dropping with age. But I see they do they go. When I will say I won't quit, maybe say I won't quit because I don't tire. I won't just quit because I want to enter the next phase. So there's a point you have to know when to say quit, not because you're tired, because you want to just enter the next phase. So Africa, Nigeria, would they do and would they cut down age well. So what you ask me again about
now, like for the younger ones where they come now, we won't follow this career. When I don't go through the journey, what's be some of the advice that you could give them in terms of you starting out playing for a team, people telling you to reduce your age, people telling you to play local first before you go international and all of that.
I will still go back to the same thing where I talk. Everything depends on the individual. If now what you want to do, you go do them. No matter how person talk you out, you go see do them. But me, I go advise you anything way if you see good for you. If you reduce your age, if you still favor you. If you reduce them, you no favor you. Because if you say you be 30, then your real age, now your passport na 30, your age na 40.
People they take that kind of 10 years off.
I'm just if it happen.
Wow.
But your body go dey tell on you, even themselves we sign you, they go no say no this guy. Because there are certain attributes where you need to do your body, some traits where you need to do your body at 30. Let's just assume. Then if you get them. Ronaldo said Ronaldo is 40. When you see him play at 40, even you say no, if you see me like 30, you go see say he did. But get some which Nigerian player if play till 40? You don't see any Nigerian player who don't play till 40. They. Because the other way they not dey 40, they don't dey 45 or 50. So they know if you even play safe. So you see that one they talk truth.
But they said now these days with technology, they say they'll check bone aging, check the density of your bones and see they go guess at least for 2 years your age.
That's in a machine. A machine sometimes is not either. So when I went to America, so when I go do my medical, you see, are you sure? How old was I when I went to America? 20 minus 5. I think I should be like 27.
Okay.
27. They said, no, you're not 27. You look younger. I was in Bangladesh. We wanted to go to the hospital. So I had some pain on my leg. So they said I didn't need to send them report to the doctor so he would give us an appointment. So they said, how old are you? At the time, I said I was 33. The guy said, Udoh, stop now. Abba, stop. I better tell us your age. Is it 27 or 28? I said 33. He said, nah. And you're running like this. So you see, those kind of things. So imagine a transfer with 33 go say no, you don't, you be like 40, that'll be your real age. So you see, even you say you get feel bad.
Yeah.
So but they showed that true, that they talk true. So I always advise everybody. If you favor you, if you not favor you, but do what works for you. It may work for you, it may not work for me. So anybody that wants to reach this age, if you that is good, do it.
Yeah.
It might work.
Well, now at this point, you'll be thinking of how to help the ones that are coming up, mentorship and all of that. But do you feel like the generation of Nigerian players before this one are set, so if you say make the name, make the game they attractive for people to come, they talk about Mbappe project and all, do you feel like they really gave back to the game that gave to them?
Yeah, a lot of them gave back to the game that gave to them. So you see a lot of them go into coaching, a lot of them go into management, and a whole lot. So for me, I just feel that giving back to the younger ones, that's one of the more reasons I entered into coaching. I still want to be in the circles. I'm still doing some sort of management, selling players and their bets. I wanted to go into coaching, teach the players the fundamentals, teach them how to become a striker, teach them how to score goals, tell them what to do and what not to do, where to position, thinking faculty and all of this. So I just feel that's my way of giving back. Because most of the things I do, imagine I've spent a lot of money going to study. I might never get that kind of money back. Because you might not have the job, your dream job, but you still want to give back to the kids. So I'm still, even till now, I'm still doing it in my little capacity. I still see younger ones, they come to tell me, hey, how do I do this, how do I do that? For me, it's still giving back. Yeah.
Okay. All right, so now looking back, especially when they grow older, they look back on your journey and all, what would you say is your biggest regret in your career? And what's something you say, this is your biggest win, you're going to take you to the grave, proud moment? Just share those two with us.
Man, biggest regret should be not playing in the biggest league in the world. Like playing for English Premier League, playing the Bundesliga, playing the Serie A, because I feel I had all it takes, or all it takes to play there. But I just feel that the opportunity didn't come then.
At the right time.
Yeah. If this was me when I was 22, in 2025, probably I should be like in Manchester United. Yeah. So I think that's just one of my biggest regrets. I didn't have the opportunity to play in the biggest stage.
They get a shout to Mfon.
Exactly. You see the man.
Yeah.
So I think that's one of my biggest regrets.
Okay, and one of your biggest wins?
I've had a lot of wins. Which one can I say is my biggest win?
Your record?
I can't pick one and say it's my biggest win.
Okay.
So I've been the highest scorer twice in the league. No one has ever been
How
two
many
times.
goals?
No, one was 23.
Okay.
The second was 10.
Okay.
Because it was a half season.
Okay.
I've been the highest scorer in the Champions League in the whole of Africa. So I can't pinpoint one and say this is the big. Okay, I think I have one.
Okay.
So signing in America, I think that was one of my biggest wins because that was my first contract outside the country. So against all odds, they said, nah, you can't travel again. It's done. So even if I was going to travel, they expected me to go to a country like Iraq, Sudan, all those kind of places. But boom, I was in America. Though it was not the first league, but I was playing the second league. It was a big thing. So it was something that people did not expect. What? From Aqua United to America? Nah. It seemed like nearly impossible.
How was it at that time? The Americans and the way they call football soccer, was their own way different from what you were used to?
It's soccer because football is another thing entirely. But it was fun. The environment, facilities, everything was just cool in America. Weather, food. Because of course I see the CA chop. Though it cost.
Yeah. But the Nigerian community still did there and all of that.
No, I didn't meet the Nigerian community. It was just one time. One man took me to Akwa Ibom meeting in Oklahoma. So I saw the Nigerian guys. I don't know. There was no forming. As I see they do party, I see Egusi, I see they pack and take away, give my carry go as go keep.
Why you say Nigerians and when they leave the country, all of a sudden will they find the same food
where
we don't
it's
eat for how many
exactly
years?
Because you go chop rice will grow for your head.
Oh my goodness. Meanwhile, if you were not a footballer, so at this point you just start life afresh and they say football no be option for you, what's a career that you would choose?
Well, at the time I think I wanted to do law.
Oh really?
But I didn't like literature.
That was my favorite.
But I was a science student anyway.
Okay.
So if I wasn't playing football, probably I would just venture into it.
But it's not too late. You still get from read law.
So Mfon Udoh Esquire.
Yeah. It makes sense. Like, it's not too late.
I don't have passion for it. So anything I want to do has to be something I have passion for.
So these days we tend to hear from young people in entertainment, actors, actresses, footballers, and there seems to be this notion of Christianity, Islam, and also really believe say God even they serve. I just focus on my ability and what I can do. Is this something that you've heard a lot from people within your circle?
Yeah, I've heard a lot about it, but I disagree with their belief because I still believe that it's God. I'm a Christian, and it's a strong one at that. Grew up from a Christian family, so I believe there is. Where I'm working right now is 90% Muslim, and they don't even joke with Islamic. So if they don't joke with Islamic, which means there's a God, why would I, as a Christian, joke with Christianity? So a lot of people don't believe, but I believe. And even in the Bible, they say it's only the fool that says it's not God. But I believe I'm not a fool.
Okay. So looking forward to some of the things you'll be doing in the future. We say they follow the things that you're going to do. Football, we know they for a very long time, but other things they will be say, we look forward to see you do. The coaching thing you talked about, I feel like you're going to be a great coach. Until say you don't get the experience
if
of
coaching
playing.
no work, I don't enter farming.
Really?
Yeah,
Agriculture?
I'll just start farming. I love agriculture too, so I can do fish farming, I can do poultry, I can plant. So
Agriculture is the new oil.
you see.
All right, thank you so much for coming on Pour It with Palm and having this conversation with us. First of all, I noticed your ink when you came in, and are you like an ink head? Is this your only tattoo?
No, it's not the only tattoo. So I have other one on my leg, and I'm still planning to do a whole lot.
What does this one mean?
So this is this is the name of my wife,
Okay.
Precious. This is my son, Sekani. At the time I only had one. So because I'm dark skinned anyway, because of the sun, it's always hitting here. So this is a clock. So everything around the world revolves around the time. So this is what you cannot change, and this is what you cannot buy.
Sure.
Which is time. It's very precious. So this is roses. So roses, petals is like lovely things. Yeah,
nice,
it's for love.
Okay.
So love with the people I love, rose, and time. So everything works in time. So I have one on my leg, though you can't see. So it's just like it's still there's a clock, there's a compass, and there's a map. So it's just like compass shows you to
The
where
way
you're going
to
to
go.
in time to the world, the map.
Nice. All right, thank you so much for coming on Pour It with Palm. Mfon, I hope you had a great time.
No, it was an awesome moment. I enjoyed every minute I spent here.
All right, so cheers to your future.
Thank you. Cheers.
Looking forward to all the things you get to do.
No, allow me this guy see you with this thing like this. How they call up me? Why we still do the woman like this?
No, it's not from the stem.
Yes, so you do one like this. Before we make catch you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, my lovelies, thank you so much for spending your time with us here on Pour It with Palm. I hope you enjoyed my conversation with the Mfon Udoh, and we look forward to having you again. I really appreciate taking the time and listening to us. Follow us on our social media pages, and please, if you have a story, if you have something you've overcome and you know it's something that is inspirational, it's something that would, make someone going through that same thing you went through, make it easier for them, please do not hesitate to send us a message and we'll set up an interview with you. We're going to put the email on the screen. Send us a message and we'll sure reach out to you. Thank you so much. For now, it's bye.